Hey guys, so we're going to look at the general anatomy of a basketball. You could see this is just a circle with some drawings, but you have rubber, a butyl bladder, nylon windings, more rubber, and then the cover. But of interest is the part over here, and as well here, but this is just a flat disc to counterbalance the weight of this part. This is just a drawing demonstration of what of the inflation part. You inflate the needle from up here, and this is the shape of the valve, and this part can come out through that hole. And sometimes this part can be damaged when people inflate the needle without moistening, or if the rubber is very soft, sometimes the needle can go out on a diagonal and create a new hole, and then air can leak out of here. So we're going to show you how to get rid of, change one of these guys when they've gone bad. Okay, this is a basketball that's been butterflied open. As you can see, this is the outside. And we're just looking at a few parts over here. This area would be the inflation valve area. I've cut it in half so you guys can see what it looks like. That's where you usually would insert a needle. This is where the inflation valve would be put in this area of the ball. It fits in there. Okay, so when you're trying to replace a valve, you have to shove it into this space. Okay, we're going to focus just on the part of the basketball where the valve is. You could see there's a part right here where the needle goes in easily, and then it gets a little tighter. And this thanks to this, that air doesn't leak back out. And thanks to the rigidity of these parts, that doesn't allow air to leak through on the side. There is usually a sticky film that is placed between the valve and this rubber part. But that's, I think if it fits very tightly, that's not necessary. So the first part of removing the valve is here. You grab a tool, a pincer, and you kind of pull from the middle hole and the side of the valve and grab onto it and start pulling it. And if you're lucky enough, you could start pulling a bit more. The part that was in here, it kind of slips out on one side. Keep pulling, it gets deformed until you get to this part where it's completely out. You can get it out. I'll show you how to do that now. Okay guys, so these are the tools that you need. You need a couple of small hemostats. I'll show you where to get those. Here's the inflation valve. Here's the ball that we're going to fix. I had to go to work to get these tools, okay? So I'll show you how it works. Trying to grab the valve out, and what happens is I use one hemostat under the other. Pull out more of the valve as possible. Pull out as much as you can. Using 1, 2. Oy. Let's try that again. Okay, we have to basically tease this part out of the part that's holding it, because it's holding it very tightly, and it's coming now. Are you getting this, Yolan? Mm-hmm. You guys see the square part that's coming out here? Okay, that's the part, and this is the damaged valve. You can see those little bits over here. Mm-hmm. These are the disadvantage of these older valves. They tend to be very soft rubber, and tend to pierce new every time you put a new one. Okay, so you could see now the ball really has nothing holding the air in, and we're going to try to put this piece back inside. I'll show that next. Okay guys, so as you can see, the old valve is like this. It's actually made of a very soft rubber that is deformable, whereas the newer valves these days are a much more rigid rubber that doesn't deform as easily. So I'll show you how we put back the valve into a new valve into the ball. I have a little bit of shaving cream here. I put on a Q-tip. Don't want to put too much. But shaving cream is a nice water-based lubricant that will help the new valve pop back into the ball easily. Okay, this is not as easy as it looks. You could put a little bit on the tip, and it just pops really easily into there. That's the easy part. The hard part is getting it to slip back into the ball. So I'm pushing down on the tool that I have. It's a blunt tool, and you squeeze it. Squeeze it really tight. There's no magic technique. Once you get one part of it down though, you want to keep your finger down on it. This will probably take you a few tries. Takes me multiple tries. Okay, here we go. Trying to get this part in here. I'm using a blunt tool to squeeze it in. Pops right back out.
Watch your head, because you keep coming in your glasses.
Yeah. Oh, man, a lot of finger strength required for this. And once it goes in though, it'll be really nice. Okay, partly in, one there. It's like trying to put a baby back in a woman. There we go.
Keep bringing your face in there.
Oh my god, my face. Here we go. It's in there, guys. See that? It's in place, it slips right in. Now let's try to pump up that ball.
They're not going to recognize you like that.
Don't worry. I don't care if I'm recognized. You gotta be careful, Yolanda. We're talking to a lot of people here. It's a public video. Okay, so you guys want to pump up the ball. Hold on. Okay, you kind of want to twist it a bit so it's really well into this part over here. Start pumping. See if it holds air. Pretty good. That is how you replace a valve on a basketball. Okay guys, so here's a close review of the repaired ball. You can see there's no hissing noise. The valve has been replaced. I hope this is in good focus. And that's it. If you have any questions or the ball's falling. Any questions or comments, please feel free to ask me. Obviously you need certain tools to be able to help you with this. It's not that easy, but especially if a ball is used a bit, this is much easier to do. You don't want to do this on a new ball, and usually new balls don't need the valves replaced. Okay, best of luck guys.